Welcome to Penny for Your Shots, conversations and cocktails with brilliant women. I'm your host, Penny Fitzgerald, and I believe the best stories are the ones shared over a glass of wine or a cocktail. Each week, I sit down with women who've said yes to building something meaningful, often after years of putting everyone else first. We talk business, big dreams, and the mess in between. And of course, a few favorite drinks. So grab a glass, get comfy, and let's pour ourselves into Penny for Your Shots. For this week's episode, I had a conversation with fellow coach Brittany Studer. She's known professionally as Britt Nicole. Brittany's story takes us from walking away from an abusive marriage to building and scaling multiple businesses to losing it all, and then finding her true alignment and calling. We talk about what it means to stop chasing hustle culture, how to rebuild when betrayal rocks your world, and why serving from your heart creates the kind of success money can't buy. Grab your favorite cocktail and join us. Here is Britt Nicole. Well, hi.
Hi.
Where are you located?
I am in Texas.
Texas.
Amarillo specifically.
Okay. I have a brother and family in Lubbock.
Okay, that's about 2 hours away from us. That
Okay.
is technically the closest big city by us. Otherwise, we have to go like 4 hours away to Oklahoma City.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The plus side, we have something called Palo Duro Canyon here, which is the second largest canyon in the U.S. So
Really?
that's beneficial.
Well, okay. Is there a Costco at the bottom of the canyon?
Girl, no, we ain't got nothing like that. The biggest thing we have is Sam's Club.
Well, that's good.
We're farmland.
Well, I'm in Iowa, so I feel you. It forces us to be resourceful, right?
It does, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what a life would be like having a Costco. So, or
Maybe that's a good thing.
We have a saying here that's like when people aren't used to the smell of like farmland oil or whatever, and they come in and, and the wind is blowing in from the field stuff, they're like, oh my gosh, what's that smell? I'm like, dude, that's the smell of money. All right. Like,
exactly.
That's exactly what that is. That is what money smells like.
Totally get that. That's an Iowegian thing as well. So.
Yeah.
Okay. And funny story about Cedar Rapids. We're pretty close to Cedar Rapids, 20 minutes away or so. And we have a General Mills, like a breakfast cereal producer, like a production facility. Yeah. And people in Cedar Rapids know when it's Crunch Berry Day.
What does it smell like? Just berries?
Crunch berries. Yeah. You know, like the Captain Crunch. Yeah.
It literally just smells like that throughout the town.
It does.
Wow. That's kind of cool. Like I've never experienced anything that's a friendly smell, you know?
Well, oh my gosh, that's fun. Oh gosh. Okay, so back to business.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, whatever. So tell my audience a little bit about you, your name, your background, and what you're doing.
Oh, geez. How much time do I have?
Well, whatever you want.
My name is Brittany, but I go by Britt Nicole professionally. I have been a serial entrepreneur for the past going on 20 years. I started off in my early 20s. I married somebody that I was not supposed to be married to, and it turned into like a domestic situation, pretty abusive. And
oh wow,
really thought it was going to turn into like one of those murder suicide type things. That's how scary it got. So one night, I decided, you know what, like, this isn't the life I'm meant to live. Like, what am I doing with myself? This is bonkers. So when he went to work the next day, I packed up and I left. And he ended up eventually taking his own life. But during that process of me leaving and that happening, it wasn't the easiest thing because, I would see him parked across and couldn't do anything about it because it's on private property. So like the police were like, I can't like do anything with it. Like he's not hurting you. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Until he hurts you.
Exactly. But you know what? This was back in the early like I say early 2000s, like 2010-ish, 2011. But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
um, when I had left, of course, whenever you leave a situation like that, you have the choice to do whatever you want, honestly. And I wasn't allowed to have a job. I had to solely depend upon him.
Mm.
And I wasn't allowed to have friends or family around. So that stripped
Part
my,
of his control over you.
yeah, it stripped my
Okay.
ability to be me. And so when I left, I didn't have finances and I was like, who is Brittany? Like my identity was so stripped. I'm like, who is Brittany and what does Brittany want to do? And I knew that if I went and worked for somebody, I'm putting in those hours, like literally the same exact hours in the day, I'm putting towards somebody else's dream and somebody else's project
Mm.
instead of mine. And I didn't have children at the time. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm already at rock bottom. Like, what is the worst that could possibly happen more? Right? Like,
Uh-huh.
that can happen. And so you hear a lot of entrepreneurs say, if you find a problem, get the solution and people will come. I'm like, okay, what is a problem that I can find? And being in Amarillo, we did not have digital anything. Like there were no digital billboards, there's no digital menus at this time. And I was like, ooh, you know what? Like, what if I just brought that to town, right? So, me being the spontaneous little butt that I am, I randomly got a flight to New York City and I walked into these businesses and spoke with the owners of digital marketing and learned from them. I was gone for like maybe 4 days, 5 days. Came back and my dad co-signed a loan for me to get out all of these TVs and do the digital work and everything. And I just hustled my butt all the way into these places, into our mall and like other
Wow.
businesses. And I quickly learned because of my age, I'm assuming that these are the reasons, but because of my age and because I'm female, I wasn't taking as seriously when I was meeting with
Uh-huh.
business owners to get their business and sell their ads,
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. So I went and I set myself in car lot parking lots and just watched these salesmen. And I was like, okay, what are they doing differently that I'm not doing? And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Like I'm wasting my time. So I approached these men. I was like, hey, do you want some side money? Like, you want to make some extra money? And they're like, oh, yeah. So I just hired them to do it for me.
Oh.
And yeah, they went in and they did the sales, and I started scaling the company. And I quickly realized that this was not in alignment with me. Like, I hated what I was doing.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I I woke up every Monday thinking, like, feeling just, you know what? I hate this. Like, ugh. I was chasing after what I was doing, and I was kind of
Oh.
testing out to see if I could do something. So I
Uh-huh.
sold it in my early 20s. And I went back to the drawing board of like, okay, Brittany, what are my actual passions? And that was being creative. That was photography. So I started building my photography business and I took what I learned from that digital media and implemented it into the photography side of things. And within the first 4 months, I generated $20,000. I was like, oh my gosh, like I can do this.
Oh,
Photography can
wow.
make money? That's crazy. That, that's bonkers. Let's see what else I could do with this.
Uh,
So, I quickly realized that my passion was weddings, but not like the big formal traditional weddings. I love
mhm.
destination elopements. I love the small intimate aspect of things. And I decided to open up an umbrella underneath Britt Nicole Photography for my destination work. And what I did with that was I hired other photographers that worked for Britt Nicole, and their job was the client journey. And so
Wow.
we had them do the consultations with the clients. They went and did the shooting, and I trained them underneath me to make sure that the branding all stayed the same. And then afterwards, those clients came to me. I did the editing, I did the delivering, I did all the legal work, I did everything else that kept the business together.
In your 20s.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
this was in my
God.
later 20s and early 30s
Uh-huh.
type
Well,
thing.
still,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
did you know to do all of that? I mean, Okay, so backing up a
Yeah.
second, when you started the photography side, realizing that you were passionate about it, but you said 20,000 in your first 4 months.
Yeah.
How
So
did you do that?
that's a great question. I'm self-taught, and I learned very quickly early on that the best businesses, the best business owners, they utilize people in their strengths versus their weaknesses. So instead of me trying to do everything, what I ended up doing my first couple of months for my weddings, because again, no one's going to hire me for like 5 grand to go shoot their wedding if I've never shot a wedding before, right? So what I
Mm-hmm.
ended up doing was I hired associate shooters that had been in the game longer than I had, but they lacked the confidence of
Oh my gosh.
what I had. So I brought them on and they would come and shoot the weddings with me. And behind the scenes, like I was learning from these other photographers of
Wow.
all these creative tips and tricks and stuff that they were doing. And
Huh?
because they were shooters to me, I that's still under the Brit Nicole brand. So
Mm-hmm.
I just, yeah, that's how I built it and learned from it.
Wow. Wow, let's break that down for just a second because that is, I mean, there's so much in there. Like you had the confidence, first of all, and they didn't. So were the women that you were working with predominantly women photographers?
It was half and half. Yeah.
Really?
Mm.
Because I feel like women, especially, we get so much imposter syndrome going, right? We feel like, oh, how I don't have the guts to do that, or I don't have the degree to do that, or I don't have the whatever, X, Y, and Z to be able to implement that, but you just did it. Do,
I just
do you
did it.
think that came from, gosh, I'm looking back at your life and thinking you were beat down, like literally and figuratively, emotionally, physically. You came from this background where you're afraid for your life. How did you get out of that protect myself mindset and into I'm going full bore? Or was it because of that?
No, I think it was because of that. My childhood, I was such a free bird. I Just to give you a little perspective of my
Uh-huh.
type of personality, my senior year, I walked into school and I'll never, I hope to never forget this. The first day, the teacher puts Beowulf down on my desk, and that was the literature that we were going to go over. And everyone around me is so excited. And I remember thinking, the crap is this going to benefit me for? Like, what am I doing? Like, this
Yeah.
is literally wasting my time. What time do I have? I'm a senior. What am I supposed to do? Right? Like, but that's what I was thinking. I was like, this is such a waste of productive time. Like, to sit and read Beowulf. It's not going to do anything for me. So
Hmm.
without even talking to my parents, I went to the principal's office and I sat down and I asked him, like, can you transfer me to, it was a school called Champs, which I would have to get on a bus to go to a very small podunk town called Fritch, Texas. And
Hmm.
this school in particular is meant for troubled teens and pregnant teens to go to. But it's a
Oh,
self-paced program where you just you get in there, you get the basics and everything of what you need to accomplish done and out of the way, and you graduate. And a month later, I just bit the bullet. I did it. And I went to the
wow.
I was like, hey, this is what I want to do. Okay, do it. So I did it, and my senior year was a month long, and I ended up moving to Amarillo, which was 45 minutes away, to start doing what I wanted to do. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I craved more. And
Mm-hmm.
when I found myself in the position that I did of being in
With
that,
your ex-husband.
like I knew that it was suppressing me. I knew that it was taking the life from me. And I think that I had, it definitely, like, I'm a Christian, and going back with my relationship with God, of knowing like the desires of my heart and where I'm meant to be in life, called
Mm-hmm.
me out more than what the abuse and suppression did.
Mm.
So I, when I left, I was able to get back to my roots of Brittany once I found her again, once I healed from that part of my life.
Mm.
And I think that's what what I was able to
Wow.
put into play was just, I don't like wasting my
Yeah.
own time.
Well, yeah, you were called to a higher purpose, or at least you knew there was something inside of you that needed
100%. Yes.
to fulfill something. You were
Mhm.
you were to be in service of someone in some way, even if you didn't know what it was.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so were your parents around during the
They
relationship and
were. They were. I have great parents, and thankfully, I didn't even, again, being me, the type of person that I am, I have to learn from experience. That's just my type of personality. I do it,
well,
I learn from
ornery
it.
teenagers, you know, I
Yeah,
mean,
well, I was in my early 20s, but still,
okay.
my frontal lobe was not fully developed at this time. So,
Most people's aren't.
yeah, I know. I was telling my husband the other day, I was like, I don't think that my frontal lobe fully developed until my 30s. Like, I don't feel clarity until then. But when I was dating him, they even told me, they're like, Brittany, like, this isn't lining up. He is not good. Like this is going to turn bad pretty fast if you don't put a stop to it. Like they warned me. They
Mm-hmm.
did everything that they could, but again, me just being me, I have to learn from experience of things. And I don't know why I had this mentality of one, you don't know him like I do. Like, kind of like an embarrassing type thing. Like, I don't
Mm,
want you to call me out on something that like I'm embarrassed of.
yeah.
Two, it was just, I can fix him
Oh,
like a
there it is.
project, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt like it's fine. I can just fix him. He can be happy too, if I just show him
Mm-hmm.
how happiness is or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Oh gosh.
know.
Yeah. Well, thank God that you came out of it okay and you're better than okay, but
Yeah.
wow, that's scary.
Yep. But one of the I had this high, right? So I made two amazing brands within my photography business. And one of the skills that I didn't learn was how to hire. And I don't know if anybody out there who's listening, if you've ever hired within your business, like that is a freaking skill that you need to learn and have when you're
Mm-hmm.
interviewing, when you hire, when you do all of the things. And this one particular employee who was with me for a little over a year, when she left, she decided, you know what? Instead of like doing my own journey, I'm just going to take everything in Brittany's and use it for myself. And
Oh
kid you not,
no.
like I truly am not exaggerating when I tell you this
I believe it.
story.
Mm-hmm.
But back then was about 16 years that I had been in business, 16 or 17. And she took all of these 16 years of intellectual property, all of my
Oh.
client journey templates, how I do my consultations. Like I am everything. She's
Oh
I'm
wow.
just gonna take this. And she had employment agreement. We had contracts, we had the non-disclosure, we had the non-competition, like we had all of it
Good.
in place, right?
Uh-huh.
And two cease and desist did not work, and the bleeding was still happening within my business. And when I dove in more to see, like, okay, it's one thing to like utilize email templates and the client journey and how you're shooting
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, but it was another thing to see that the images that she was using was from my business to promote her,
Oh,
and that is a federal offense because they're copyright.
really?
Yeah.
Copyright. Okay.
Yeah. So, what I could physically see on the outside was 66 federally copyrighted infringements. And in the US, whenever you copyright things, that person, uh, per copyright, you're looking about $150,000 worth
Oh
of
wow.
per copyright. Okay.
Mm.
Like that's how big of a deal copyrights are.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in order, going back in order to get the bleeding to stop, I had to federally sue her.
Mm.
And to do that, I had a certain amount of money set aside specifically for this. Like whenever you have scaled your business, you should always have a little bit of a flow to the side whenever hiccups come your way, especially
Mm.
like if you're getting sued or if you're suing somebody, like what have you. If you've been in business long enough, it's eventually going to happen, right? Um, so so I did that and those funds quickly boop went.
Wow.
I was like, "Oh, crap. Like I'm in
Mhm.
hot water now. What am I going to do? Because I can't just like stop this lawsuit, you know? Like
Mhm.
so I had to let go of all of my staff, all of my employees.
Oh no.
So this amazing, great business that I built, this cash cow machine, suddenly was put to a stop because I can't maintain all of that by myself. That is physically and mentally impossible.
Mhm.
And so it felt like overnight everything came crashing down. And following out the whole entire lawsuit, the business almost went bankrupt. And it it's one thing, like I feel like I can carry the weight of the business on my back. But the second that it started seeping and bleeding into my family finances and just like we had a certain lifestyle that we wanted to live with our children.
Mhm.
We have two young children. Now
Mm.
they're 7 and 9, but back then they were a lot younger, and so mommy's happiness was no longer
Mm.
there. They were put into private school. We had to remove them from private school from their friends. That's all that they knew was this
Mhm.
type of lifestyle, and we no longer could do that anymore. So that was very hard for us to move them from a private school into a public school and then not to be able to do the type of stuff that we wanted to do, like family vacations or
Mhm.
floating the investments that we had purchased in order to retire eventually.
Mhm.
So it that alone took the biggest toll on not just, financially, but
Mhm.
my body was in fight or flight mode for 3 years. I did not know how to get out of it. And during that time, I'm hiring business coaches and I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, why can I not get my head back into the game to build my business again or
Mm.
to do whatever? Like, I know what to do.
Mhm.
Why can't I just do it?
So you're
It
squashing down the grief.
like, oh my
You're
gosh,
not feeling it all.
oh my gosh, yes. And what I ended up learning was for people who are listening, it's not a mentality set that you're going against because I had business coaches that would literally tell me like you just need to change your mindset. You
Ugh,
just need to write on
awesome.
post-it notes and like put it on your mirror and you can just do this. Just hustle
Mm.
through, just push through. Well, pushing through is what almost killed me. Like hustle
Mhm.
culture is not okay for people who are stuck
Oh,
in fight mode. Like hustle
preach.
culture needs to be canceled in my opinion, but
Mhm.
um
Agreed.
yeah, and so it wasn't until I met with not only my therapist who did like EMDR and stuff, but also like a spiritual coach. And she was just like, Brittany, literally, your body, your nervous system is just stuck. That's all that it is. It's just stuck and it just needs to be
Yeah.
brought out. It needs to be flushed out. Like,
Mhm.
there's nothing
You've g-
wrong with you. Your
you've
brain,
got to feel all those feelings. You got to
yeah.
let them out.
And that's you were asking like how I was able to in the beginning to just plow through all that. What
Mhm.
I learned is I thrive back then, I thrived off of being angry. I thrived off
Oh.
of, yeah, I thrived off of I'm gonna show you type mentality.
Watch
And
me.
yeah, and when you're stripped down in the healing process of there's nothing more for me to be angry about, what do I do with this? Like,
Mm.
I don't know how to thrive scaling a business without being angry or trying to justify something or chasing after injustice, you know? I don't know what that type of life looked like. And this is where the unstoppable CEO was born is I finally got to a point in my life of if I didn't have something to prove, what did I want to do with my life? Like I did all the accolade stuff. Like my face was everywhere. I have all the awards. I did all of the stuff, the American dream, stuff. I did all that. But I was chasing after something that wasn't in alignment with me. I was chasing after the
Hmm.
money. I was chasing after the fame. And what do I want to do with my life now that I no longer want to chase after those? And here we are.
Mm. Yeah, that's so powerful. I think a lot of that stuff comes from the way it's always been done and who's led it all along. It's men. Men thrive on that kind of
Mhm.
competitiveness and that kind of hustle mentality. And women aren't built like that.
Oh
We
my gosh,
are
yes.
creative and we have a purpose and we work on a different cycle and ebbs and flows. And we have to use that to our advantage and to others to benefit others. It's in our
Woo!
heart to serve others, not to be look at what I did. It's just
You're not
gross.
wrong.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
that's so crazy that you say that because like I'm currently working on like the CEO community side of things, and inside the
Hmm.
community I decided to like take a different approach to work with people with my type of brain and mindset. Like I squirrel a lot, and I'm not diagnosed ADHD. I am self-diagnosed. Like I hyper focus on things, and
Uh-huh.
going back to what you were saying, like the male dominated figures within entrepreneurship and businesses, they are all teaching you the hustle culture, the hustle flow.
Hmm.
And if you don't follow this, then you're never going to be successful. I was like, oh my
Mm.
gosh, like this whole time, I've literally been fighting against my brain and
And your heart and your
my
soul.
alignment. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Been fighting against it this whole time. And that's why it felt so freaking hard.
Hmm.
Why are we not getting the message out there to other females? Like, it's really
Exactly.
not this hard, girl. Like,
Yeah.
it's just we have this whole mindset or this thinking of we have to do exactly what Tony Robbins does because we if we didn't do what Tony Robbins is doing right now, then we're never going to get successful or whatever. So, like you were out earlier today when you were talking to me, I got stuck
Hmm.
putting together like the lesson plans and the modules and the community and stuff because I don't want to go with what everybody else is doing, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be for empowerment and for them to actually follow through on something that aligns
Mm-hmm.
with what they're wanting to do instead of feeling like they have to push through because someone told them that they had to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that way is like pushing a rope up a hill.
Oh, that is so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not, yeah, you're not, if you're not in alignment with your soul, we're a soul with a
yes,
body, not a body with a soul. Yeah.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah. The body has to follow the soul, not the other way around.
And it feels like that's taboo to talk about.
I know. I know it's a little woo.
But it's not though. Like,
It's not. I agree.
have you ever watched like any of the near-death experiences like on YouTube or anything?
Oh, uh-uh.
In some of these like near-death experience videos, they talk about what it was like for their soul to be on the other side and
Oh,
what they
wow.
experienced and
Mm-hmm.
the type of energy that was around them. And like in the Bible specifically talks about like, God is in everything, right? Like even the stars were made to worship, even the blades of grass have their own energy and worship style. And
Mm-hmm.
in these near death experience videos, like people are talking about that. They're talking
Mm.
about how they walked on grass that was like a color that our able bodies cannot comprehend, that their
Mm-hmm.
spirit was experiencing like all of these different type of energies, and all they felt was like this overwhelming sense of just love, a love
Mm-hmm.
that they have never felt before. And of course, they don't want to come back and everything. And I don't understand why that can't be talked about because I feel like that is the spiritual realm. Like the
Mm-hmm.
spiritual realm is energy. It is, I don't know.
It's 5D. Yeah, we're so used to like putting our feet on the floor and feeling solid. That's
Mhm.
great, you know? And
Yeah.
that's energy too. But and everything is flowing. It's not just a constant, it's just not a rock. It's that rock has energy too.
I know.
I'm I have energy, you haven't. Yeah, it's really clear like when like us we're talking right now, I feel like we have a vibe. We're able to relate to each other and it's just flowing. It's that's energy too.
Yeah.
So why can't we realize that there is energy, and if I use my energy for good to serve others, it's going to attract more of that. It's going
Yes.
to serve our community, serve our world.
Yes. And I feel like one thing that is kind of hard for people to comprehend is money is energy too. You know,
Exactly.
if you have if you have the poor mentality of like, "Ugh, I just can't get this to work," or
Scarcity.
like my bank account is never going to be blah blah blah. Like you are literally putting off those energy vibes to deflect money
Mm-hmm.
coming to you. But the
Mm-hmm.
second that you switch that to like, you know what? I'm good with money. Money likes me. I enjoy money. I love money.
Mm-hmm.
Money can come to me easily. I don't have to fight for it. And just imagine that bank account like, you know what? Yeah. Heck freaking yes. Why not me? That is inviting that type of energy to come to you versus it being just like pushed away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like,
it takes practice, I feel like, especially with money, and especially for those of us who grew up in a little bit of a
mhm.
stricter religious background. It's very, money is the root of all evil. Well, no, that's not true.
Oh, interesting. Why take me down that road?
Mhm.
Why was that a thing? Like, why is money the root of all evil in that
Well,
practice?
that was just one thing that
Right.
stuck in my
I understand.
brain from hearing
Yeah.
as a little kid. But I feel like it was more of people who have money aren't using it for good, or they're just showing off, or they're look at the house that they have, and it's energy. So if you think about it like, okay, money flows to people, to you, you can use it for good. You can be using money. It doesn't have to necessarily be seen by others to be
Right.
being used for good or being used for evil. You know, you
Yeah.
there is evidence out there of good people who are very rich. There's also evidence of bad people who are very rich, or people
Yeah.
doing bad things and not using it for a purpose
Hmm.
that's good for others. How about we use that money for a higher purpose? Or how about we use our gifts for a higher purpose? How about we serve people? What are your gifts? What this gift isn't necessarily better than this gift. It's just different. Maybe yours is speaking to people, or
Hmm.
helping people with their photography, or
Yeah.
leading classes. It's just whatever your gift is, use it. Use it to serve.
Hmm.
If money comes from that, good. Use it again. Make more of it.
Yes. I love that you said the word serve because I feel like where I personally went wrong was I w- I was chasing again after the accolades, after the
Mm,
money aspect, after the ego part of me.
exactly,
And
the ego.
whenever I stopped allowing my ego to fulfill all of those things, the purpose was to serve other
Mm,
women to
mm-hmm.
come into confidence and walk in their alignment and to walk in their calling with full confidence that, yeah, girl, I can do this.
Cool. Well, and then it becomes easier too when you realize that you're serving. Then you can take off of yourself that, oh, I have to be perfect in order to do
Oh my
this.
gosh, yes. And happiness comes without an agenda. Like,
Yeah.
that was a big deal for me. Happiness always had an agenda for me. I'll be happy when. I'll be happy
Oh
if.
gosh.
I'll be happy, blah, blah, blah. No, like, I can just wake up and enjoy my life now. I can enjoy my kids and they're not annoying me if they interrupt something. Like, that was a big deal. Like, I was very snippy. If anybody
Mm.
interrupted my flow of trying to do
Ah.
whatever, you are going to get your head bit off. Like, No, thank you.
I've been there too. I mean, that really opens my eyes a little bit about, yeah, looking back, kind
Mhm.
of was the same way. I had an agenda too in my older jobs that I had in my career in sales and in, just you set your goals for yourself or you set goals that are given to you by the company and you got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
There that one is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, that's right. Just taking the ego out of it and realizing who it is you serve and keeping that in mind. But it is a practice, right? I mean, you have to kind of remind yourself sometimes and recalibrate.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I literally fell off that high horse. Like my horse was so high. And that fall hit hard. It was very painful.
Yeah. That was when the other person took your intellectual property and left.
Yeah.
Oh
That
my gosh.
yeah.
So how did that come out? I mean, were you able to recoup some of your money and
Oh
all
my
of
gosh,
that?
no. Like nobody
Really?
what I quickly learned, I say quickly, that crap took over a year to
Oh, I'm
solidify.
sure.
Okay? Quickly, Brittany, come on. Like, nobody wins.
No.
Nobody wins. She didn't win. I didn't win. My lawyers won. That's for sure.
Mm,
But nobody wins in this situation. Nobody walks out unscathed.
hmm.
Like, even though on paper, technically, I got what I needed to get, there was no reimbursement of all of the finances that went into it. There was no reimbursement of my
Attorney
mentality
fees.
and the
Right.
trauma that I went through. No.
Mm,
That was the 3-year walk that I had to learn and heal from of, okay, Brittany, like get out of this victim mentality. Like this didn't happen to you. This happened for you. Now, why did this happen for you? What did you learn in this process for you to be able to take and help other people instead of staying in the mindset of like, oh my gosh, can you believe that this happened to me? Like,
mm,
you know.
hmm. Yeah. What would you have done differently? Would you have done anything differently?
Oh, wow, that is a great question. If I would not have gone through what I went through, I would not have been invited to go to DC to sit at the round table in front of the House administration to offer. Well, this one company is trying to pass a bill to help other small businesses in a digital realm to protect themselves better
Mm,
because the federal laws are written in dinosaur form in such a digital
mm,
world. It's insane. Like a business should not have to go bankrupt to protect yourself when somebody
right.
steals from you digitally. And then also, I don't think I would have had the clarity of the unstoppable CEO and what
Mm,
she means and what her
hmm.
purpose is. Um, I think that if I did not go through what I went through, I also still would be chasing the photography aspect of things.
Mm,
Um, that I wouldn't be walking in. Like, is my calling photography? Yes. Or it's my calling is to create. I'm a creative being. I can take I see beauty in the most random things that most people don't see, and I'm able to articulate and create that for other people to be able to see it. So I don't necessarily know if I would have changed anything outside of reaching out to her directly on more of a heart level instead of an
mm,
ego level and just saying like, "Hey, I don't enjoy what you're doing. Like it is actually hurting more than it is helping. And you yourself are not going to be able to establish your own foundation. Like you're establishing your foundation on sand is what you're doing. And if you want to
mm,
do photography, like you can do it. Just use your own stuff, be your own person, do your own things. I think I would have gone with that approach. But again, where would it have led me? Like if she would have
hmm.
stopped, would I have had all the opportunities that I have now? I don't know.
That's a great reflection.
Yeah, you took me down a whole rabbit hole on that one.
Well, you're welcome. Oh gosh. Yeah, that is it's good to think about because I don't know, you come across as a really grateful person in spite of the things, or maybe because of the things that you've gone through. But I think when we approach things with gratitude, it really, nothing bad can come from that. Don't you feel like that solves a lot of problems?
It does, but I also that was again a lesson that I had to learn because when you're in your ego, you're not really
Mm-hmm.
grateful. You're thinking about all the things that you should have and comparing yourself to what other people already have. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why am I not there? Oh, well, it's because she ruined my life by stealing from me. Like,
Mm.
that doesn't get anybody anywhere. And it was
No.
a household in that vibe and in that negative energy. And that's not where I want my kids to grow up in. That's not the
Mm.
experience I want my kids to have as their childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
Yeah, that's really
being
important.
being grateful was something that I had to force myself to learn.
A practice. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to start from zero. Like, okay, I'm grateful for the sunshine today.
Hmm.
When you start seeing the good, any good, you start seeing more of it. It's like the attraction thing, the energy thing. When you see good things, more good things happen, and you'll notice more good things. And the more good things you notice, the more good things come to you.
Hmm. Yes. Oh my gosh, I feel that so deeply. I feel that so deeply. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, so the unstoppable CEO, what do you do now? What has your company become?
During the lawsuit process, I had like this vision. It felt like it just like boom out of nowhere, like it just downloaded in my brain type thing. But like I saw this vision of where I was standing on this stage and there were like hundreds of women out there in front of me. I can't see their faces or anything. We're getting to that woo woo version. It's not going to be
I
woo woo
love it.
because you understand it, and people who
Hmm.
are listening, they're definitely going to understand it. But um, like I was up on the stage and I was just talking, and I could physically see like these chains breaking off of these people, and that they were able to like their energy went from like grayish. It was like these auroras that were coming from them, but like it went from like this grayish to like this undeniable full spectrum colors, and you could see it
Wow.
breaking off of them. And I have not gotten emotional for a long time about this. This is crazy. Like I'm getting all teary-eyed for those of you
Uh-huh.
who are listening to the audio version, but like they had the realization and connection of like, oh my gosh, I'm not trapped. Like I can truly walk in alignment in my calling and change the trajectory of not just myself, but my children and their children. Like I can create this legacy that is so deeply embedded in my heart. And I was helping them do that, which was like, oh,
Mm.
so crazy. So I, instead of going into the photography, going back to it because it was comfortable. It's what
Oh
I'm
gosh, there it
used
is.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that my calling is such a higher purpose. And so I started building out the Unstoppable CEO, and I applied for these speaking gigs and I got turned down everywhere you go because I didn't have speaking reels to send them of what I'm like on stage or the type of transformation I can give or whatever. So I created my own summit. And the very first summit happened this year in January, and it sold out. And it was like so
Mm.
incredibly cool. And it was like the best talk about being grateful. The stories that people were coming up and telling me afterwards are just like, if I would not have done this summit,
Mm-hmm.
that would not have helped you type thing. It was just a really cool experience. And so um, I got a taste of, wow, what does it actually mean to be unstoppable? What other practices or ways outside of just, a summit can what can I do? So I opened up the Unstoppable CEO podcast. And then I am working currently on the community aspect of things because I'm building out what I wished I would have had 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if I just would have had somebody grab my face and just say, there's nothing wrong with you. Like,
Mm,
you're living in your trauma. Like, let's help you move from step one and step two. And it's not
mhm.
through just like words of affirmation. Like, we're going to do some like real work and put out roadmaps that work with your brain where your brain is at right now and not in the hustle culture to get you to the end result where you actually can cross that finish line. And that is
Mhm.
exactly what I'm building right now for people and to hold them accountable. But to my main focus is to work with people where they're at and to get them through the finish line.
That's beautiful. That's very similar to what I do too. We're talking about your energy and your mindset and your nervous system. You have to reset it. So, I teach women how to use, certain systems, technology, chat GPT, all of the things. But if you don't have the confidence, or if you're not okay to do it, if you don't feel safe doing it,
Mhm.
if you don't want to move out of that comfort zone, you're not going to take those steps to actually use the systems that help you scale your business.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we are very much aligned. I love that.
Yeah, we are. And sometimes, like, to be fair, like that icky feeling,
Mm-hmm.
you could just be trying to push something that isn't in alignment for you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to start over, you don't have to start completely fresh. You
No.
need to just pivot a little and
Yeah.
readjust where your focus and your energy is going. And
No.
yeah, then you'll start feeling that alignment. You'll start feeling that happiness without an agenda.
Yeah. Well, and maybe that icky feeling that's telling you that you have to start all over is just your nervous system trying to keep you safe.
Mm, mm.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
There
it
you
just will feel
go.
icky for, half an hour while you do this one thing,
Yep.
or while you call somebody to do that one thing.
Yep. My icky feeling, like, I
Mhm.
kid you not, it felt like I was getting mauled by a freaking bear anytime that my phone went off of like my
Oh,
systems.
yeah.
But it was all because, like, anytime that my phone went off during that year of that lawsuit, it was from my lawyer telling me whatever
More
or
bad
asking
news.
for an invoice or, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
I
Yeah. You were trained that that was
was
not a good
trained.
thing.
I was trained to get mauled every day.
Oh gosh. Yeah, we're not meant to live like that.
No, it was awful. It sucked
Yeah.
real bad.
Yeah. Well, and I got to believe karma will come.
But that's the thing, like, was that the most horrific, painful thing that I feel like I've gone through? Yes, even comparing to the marriage. I do.
Really?
I do. Yeah, this hurt a lot worse. It was more painful, and I I don't know why. I truly don't know why.
Wow.
It truly was more horrific to me than the
Was
marriage.
it because you trusted this woman more and maybe
Oh my
you knew
gosh.
what your ex was all about?
That is that's literally what my therapist said. She was
Oh.
like, betrayal is the number one hardest trauma to heal from. And
Mm,
I didn't feel betrayed by my ex. Like I felt
yeah,
like, oh, you
because you
are,
knew what he was.
yeah, like, okay, there, that was my choice, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't my choice to hire somebody who was going to do that to me. Someone that I
Yeah,
trusted with my baby that I built. I
right.
don't, I don't know. Like it, I've had a few people say karma will get to her, but like, I don't know if I want karma to get to her.
Well,
Like,
it's none of your business, really. I mean, that's
ooh,
hers.
ooh, that's so good. Oh, that was delicious. That was good.
Well, you're welcome for that too.
It is none of my business.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that
isn't.
chapter for you is behind you, and you're just pushing forward, and not pushing forward. You are walking toward your older, wiser self.
And she was very difficult to connect to.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very hard to find.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to really listen. You have to be willing and ready to listen.
Yeah. I
Oh,
for
wow.
sure was not like ready for 3 years.
Mm, hmm. But yeah, the more that you practice this, the more that you listen to her, um, the more people you'll serve.
Oh, for sure. And she is freaking shining now. Like, I
Nice.
love her now.
Oh, that's so cool. I've got goosebumps.
Good, I'm glad.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. Okay. We have been chatting a while. This is so
Yeah.
fun. I've so enjoyed meeting you, Brittany. This is amazing.
Same, same.
So at the end of my conversations, I like to bring it around to cocktails because it's kind of
Okay.
my way of celebrating and such. So, do you have a favorite cocktail or a glass of wine?
No, not wine. I'm not a wine person.
Uh-huh.
I love me some good whiskey.
Oh, really?
I do,
Do
girl.
tell.
I just I love whiskey. I just not
I
even
love
in
it.
anything. I love it on the rocks. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
A particular brand or label? What do you gravitate to?
I like there's this one called Woodward. I really like that
Oh
one.
my God.
Um,
We're
but
going there. Okay, so my husband and I and some friends were joining together in Kentucky for a bourbon trail in a month.
ooh, I like that. That's awesome. You're gonna have to send me some photos and stuff. But
Okay, I will.
I really like
Yeah.
I like them, and I also there's like pecan type flavor whiskeys
Yes.
that it might be the Texan in me. I love pecan whiskeys.
I love pecan anything.
Yeah. Oh gosh, pecan pie. Just give it
Mm,
to me all. Pumpkin and
mm-hmm.
pecan. I'm all about it.
Mm. Tis the season too.
We're getting there, aren't we?
Yeah, almost. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. So what's a fun memory shared with some girlfriends or family or friends over a
Ooh,
nice glass?
over nice glass. Oh gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in particular is coming to mind except for just the fellowship time
Yes.
with people. Like there isn't one specific of like, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe that this happened on this day.
Yeah.
I my soul connects better when it's like relationship, like one-on-one, spending time together.
Yes.
And so it definitely is just going back to like being in my best friend's house and our husbands are sitting next to us and we're just sitting there having a glass and talking about life in general. Like I'm all about
Mm-hmm.
deep conversations. So
Mm.
yeah,
You
it's
are my people. Yeah, I love that. Sometimes I'll sit back and just look around the room of, all my friends in the same room in the same space and just be so grateful.
oh my gosh, yes. So being observant of where
Mm-hmm.
you're at in life now. Yeah. And
Yeah.
just when I'm taking myself back to that one particular time, like seeing all of our kids just running across,
Oh,
going up the stairs to just go play. We had the opportunity to have friends, to sit and fellowship with them, and to have our children play together and have dinners and cookouts and stuff like that. Like I don't know, that fulfills me more than
yeah,
anything else.
absolutely. Yeah. And the realization that your kids are growing up together and having fun together. And oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, love it. Oh, Brittany, this has been so amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
for sure. I'll be sure to include your links in my show notes and for my people and everything too.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. You too, Penny. We'll speak later.
Thanks. Yeah, for sure. Let's stay in touch.
Yes.
Okay.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye. That's a wrap on this episode of Penny for Your Shots. If you loved today's conversation, don't let the inspiration stop here. Get my weekly insider updates straight to your inbox. It's where I spill behind the scenes goodies, exclusive tips, and all the fun stuff I don't always share on the podcast. Sign up now at pennyforyourshots.com/insider. I'll see you in your inbox next Thirsty Thursday. Cheers!